Hey guys, it's Bruce, and Yuri is still not here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start. Yeah, Happy New Year, everybody. We're gonna do a New Year's special.
Baby, are you gonna change your shirt?
She just asked me if I'm gonna change my shirt. It's 6:39. We're supposed to be starting,
Is it?
and she's still not here. It's okay, but anyway, Happy New Year to everybody. Sagus, Happy New Year to you. Derek, Rob, Big Rob is in the house. The Wallace Life. Den Wright. We got Frank. We got Arthur. Instigator. Agnostic. We got about 20 people that's lurking in the background, not saying anything. Wait, let's see.
Okay, let's start.
Let's see who's the participants. Let me just see. Okay, I'm kind of this. Okay, we've got. Oh, that's pretty much everybody I mentioned. But where's? It says 29. That's weird. That's strange. I'm only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 participants. So people are lurking in the background. They're hiding.
What does
Who are
lurking
you?
means?
That means they're hiding in the background, not saying anything. Hey, Amaris Del Caribe, how you guys doing, man? Great content lately. You guys been cranking them out,
Have you been
man.
commenting on them, baby?
Not in the last few, but man, they've been doing really good. I just been seeing their numbers. Wow, he's like, man, I gotta give it to you, James, man. That's a huge improvement on your content. I can see where you're going. Like I see a direction for you guys, you and Manuela, man. It's gonna be big. You guys, what you guys are doing is gonna grow for sure. If you guys keep doing what you're doing, great direction. Like it. Who else we got here? Let me see who else I've been checking out. We're kind of gonna keep it topical for the first part of this. I'm still waiting for Yuri. I don't know what she's doing, but so as soon as we start, we're gonna talk about like, should you get a prenuptial agreement? That's gonna be the topic of conversation. We're gonna ask your opinions. Like, we're gonna talk about what we did, and just talk about the people we've heard about and everything.
And us, like, we can put a thing on our
Hey Tom
Prenuptial agreement.
From Canada.
Hey guys.
Canada. I don't know why I always want to call it Canada, but how you doing? Got a few Canadians that we talk to on our. No, I don't. On a regular basis, we talk to different.
We're supposed to have a.
Baby, are we gonna do this, or
shirt?
like, what are we doing? What do you? I don't understand. Where are you?
You wanna change your shirt?
No, I'm not changing my shirt.
Oh. Okay, I'll change my shirt then.
Wow. Holy crap. See, that's why you need a prenup right there. See that? See what's happening? You can see our marriage deteriorating before your eyes. That's why you need one right there. That's why. You're seeing it live. You're seeing it live. Okay, I'll come forward. How you doing, Ishmael? Ishmael? Is that how you pronounce it? Who else? Who else is lurking out there? I see you guys hiding. Let me see. Who's the participants? Let me see who's the participants. There's usually a way that you can see the participants lurking in the background. I'm gonna see, because there's 30 plus people here, but only like 5 people are talking. So let me see. Participants, timestamp. You go to participants. Participants? Yeah, I'm only seeing like 10 people. That's weird. That's just odd. That's just strange.
That's the streaming. It's the streaming.
Yeah, that's so odd. I don't know, guys. KPP is hiding. Who else is hiding? Come on, I see you. I'm watching you right now. You're watching me. I'm watching you. 31 people, 28 people watching. Make yourself known. Just say hi. Just wave. Wave. You know how to do a wave? This is how you do it. Let me show you. You don't want to actually talk. You want to send an emoji. Here's how you do it. Let me just show you how. Like that. You say, you type this, then you type wave, then you type that. Dot wave, colon wave, and then it'll wave like this. Let me show you. Wave. Or you can do walk.
Oh, I forgot my lipstick, baby.
Oh, you can't start it without lipstick. God forbid. Man. Wow, that's so ridiculous.
I remove it.
See, you can do walk. You just type in the regular word. Let's see if it does it have a run. Let me see. Run. Runner. Whoops. Oh, yeah, there you go. You got walk and run. See, isn't that cool? Ray Ray said, there is no divorce in the Philippines. You don't need a prenup. Well, actually, they don't. You don't have to give anything to the spouse, so you're good. In the Philippines, a guy don't have to pay nothing, and that's why a lot of Filipinos are leaving.
Okay, I'm back, guys.
Oh, we were all waiting, so let me see.
Happy New Year, everybody.
We really don't have to get all dressed up. It's not that serious. Just so you know.
Because we're keeping this video.
Are we?
Yes.
Are we, Yuri? Look at that. Warning sign. See? Arthur Carlson. Got Wallace Life. Okay. Those people who are hiding, they're not gonna make themselves known, but that's okay. That's okay. You guys can stay.
Some people just don't want to say hi, baby. Gosh. Or just want to watch in the background. Or maybe they're driving while they're watching.
I don't care if you're driving. You need to right now take your hands off the wheel and take your phone. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna talk about prenups. This is not. Listen, guys. Okay, this is a little bit of disclaimer because people get very sensitive about topics. This knows everybody these days are so ultra sensitive, right? They're so sensitive. Like in America and in the Philippines. So sensitive. So you guys.
I mean, guys, this is just our opinion.
It's just an opinion, guys. It's not the end of the world if we have a difference of opinion than you. You know? It's just a difference of opinion. And you could always talk to the person rationally and you might even change their mind. That's how it works. So, all right, let's get into the discussion. We're talking about let me just ask you the question. Should you get a prenuptial agreement?
Coming from the Philippines, that's not really a thing.
That's not a thing. Okay.
So 3 years ago, when we created a group, and we started seeing other couples' situation, and that some of them got a prenup, and the Filipinos were upset, and us too, because we were like, that is horrible, because it's like marriage is a partnership. I mean, from my perspective and the other people that I used to talk to who are also from the Philippines, they came here to get married.
So they think that
it was horrible.
Right, and the reason why they think it's horrible is because they're thinking, oh, you have an escape plan, and you plan on divorcing me, and it's not permanent, right? So they think that a prenup means automatic. Okay, I'm gonna get out of it or whatever. But the more situations that we have contacted, like there's this completely different situations. There's guys who already have like properties. They have a bunch of properties, right? And then that property is co-owned by another. It's co-owned by another person, right? Like it's co-owned by another company or their ex-wife or whatever. There's situations where they have money coming in and they can't share it with their new wife, right? Yeah. There's situations where they have a company and they're a 50% owner of that company, and they have an asset or something that they can't share because it's already shared with someone else, right? Mm-hmm. There's just different situations that you have to protect that asset because somebody else co-owns it, or you own it and you just don't want to. That's not something you can part with. So there's just different situations, and so we learned like, okay, I get it now, because the prenup is supposed to protect those other assets, right? So I would say it depends on the situation, right?
Yeah.
It really depends on the situation.
But then 4 years later, remember we shared a video about it just 2 weeks ago? I need to respond on people's comments on it. So we made a video about it that then later on my husband wanted to do. 4 years later, my husband wanted to do a post-nuptial agreement. Because...
I did?
Isn't that what you wanted, baby?
All right, I'll let you talk. Go ahead. I'm not gonna interrupt you. Go ahead.
I was just I got upset. I thought that's what you wanted at first. Yeah, I know that we're gonna do it, but your reasoning is that if we break up or if something happens, God forbid, if, one of us dies, we need a clear kind of a instruction and a will on what's gonna happen to our stuff that we have built together. And I understand that if someone already have built assets before marriage, I think it is important to have a prenuptial agreement because you don't really know what's the direction of the marriage, in the future gonna be, if you're still gonna be together. And in the United States, I've witnessed it, my husband has to, it's like the assets were split, and also everything that he has built was split for the ex. So I understand why that needs to happen, so that you can protect your assets and your hard work.
Okay, first of all, I've never talked about a prenuptial agreement with you, and I don't know why you keep calling it that, even after the video that we edited for 2 days. So what we are going to create is a business partnership agreement. Okay, that's not a prenup. And the reason why I want to do that, which is different, right? It's based off of the assets you and I just recently created while we've been together. Something amazing has happened for us. Like we have been able to build up a passive and active income together, right? Something I've never had a partner who contributed so much that we have a little bit of abundance kind of bubbling up, right? Well, we have we're starting to see little glimpses of something that might blow up, right? Something that might get way bigger. And so what we need to do is protect those assets between us, right? So the partnership agreement would just solidify what I want to happen in the event that things don't go exactly as we planned. And also it's an agreement that says, look, all the stuff we've already done together, like let's just this channel makes money. So this channel should be split between both of us because we both made it. I wouldn't have made this. I would not make this channel by myself. I would not do it. That's why it's Yuri Bruce, because this is not just me. This is us.
Yuri Bruce.
So it's a partnership agreement, which is different from a prenup. Prenup would be like our postnuptial, which means you make an agreement that what's going to happen before you get a divorce or before this or before that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the assets that you and I created together. Here's our plan. If something happened, we break up, God forbid, this is what's going to happen to Yuri Bruce. If I die, here's what I want you to do with the direction of what we have. Right? It's different. So,
But would you have done it when we first got married?
What?
Before we got married.
Prenuptial? I didn't do it. This is somebody's coming from a divorced dude who had quite a bit taken from me. I'm still paying for it. I'm still paying for that. I'm paying for someone else to live their life and not work. And I have both kids. You know what? It's crazy. So why wouldn't I have thought about a prenup?
True.
Think about it. You think I didn't think about that?
Did you think about it?
So
I think you should
it
have.
crossed my mind.
You should have.
But I don't feel. Let me put it to you this way. The way I think about it is like this. if I felt like I had to have a prenuptial agreement with you, I would not have gotten married.
Knowing what I know now and your situation, I'm like...
You would have gotten it.
You would have...
If you were in my position, you would have gotten it.
You should have gotten it. You know? That way, it's just unfair for, you know... I mean, I think it's fair if both of you are working. I mean, even for women who are, you know, what if a woman in America happens to be with someone who's like, you know, not in your team, and it's kind of like a dead weight in your relationship. I would still say the same, but it happens more often to men.
If I didn't feel like I could trust you, I would not have married you. So I wouldn't even waste my time with a prenup. That's just my personal opinion about it. But my previous relationship, if you have any doubts about the person you're with, here's the thing. Here's what I learned about this whole divorce thing. If you just sit down, when you get the divorce, you guys can just sit down, you and your wife and your future ex could sit down before the divorce is signed out and just decide what you guys are going to do. A court, you guys can take that thing that you guys, whatever you guys decided, like, oh, you get the house, you get this, the kids are going to be 50-50, blah, blah, blah. You can take that to the court and then they just basically sign off on it. Like, okay, yep, we agree with this. We've agreed to this. We've taken it to mediation. If you want to do that, you don't have to do that. Whatever you and your ex-spouse agree on, that's what you guys could do. The problem comes in when the other person doesn't renege on everything they said. And that's what happened to me. So, me and my ex had an agreement. Like, we were about to get a divorce. Like, we had already moved on. Be honest, we had been divorced for... Let her tell it. You know, it just happened, but we had been divorced really for 5 years. Like, we hadn't been together, like, as a couple for, like, 5 years before we actually signed the paper. You know? And, once we did do it, we just sat down and said, okay, you get this, I get that. But this is based off of the kids are going to stay in the house, I'm going to leave. You know, all that stuff, a lot of it was unwritten. That's where I made the mistake. It wasn't written down. Her and I made an agreement, a verbal agreement. Verbal agreement don't mean nothing. So you got to write everything down and both people have to sign. Right? And it's better to get it mediated, which is cheaper than... It's cheaper than both of you each getting a lawyer. If you just do mediation, then everything is signed, everything's filled out, and then that's it. You're good. You don't really. In my situation, I didn't need a prenup. You know, for the situation with my ex, I definitely needed one because she's not all. Like, I can't really talk about it. She's probably watching this. I don't know. Like so people who are her quote unquote friends watch this and then they go back and tell her stuff. So that's how crazy this is. One of these days, mark my words, if you happen to be watching this right now, I'm gonna you just watch. Just keep watching.
Yeah.
Just keep watching.
That took me.
Keep watching.
It wasn't the viral that
you are gonna
made
see
me,
some stuff.
It wasn't the viral that made me upset, and all the bad comments of people that wasn't.
Yeah,
what
it was
made me
that
upset.
stuff.
But the effect, direct effect, that hit home.
Yeah, but you know what? It's all good. Somebody gonna need to say nothing else. You watch what happened, and you guys are gonna see the repercussions. Everything's gonna come out. Best believe. Okay, let's get to the comments.
Wait,
Morris Del Caribe says what?
Okay, are we done talking about it? How long
let's ask some people. Let's dive into the comments. So a couple people have said some pretty smart things here to contribute to this conversation of should you get a prenup?
Okay, above
Big
above.
Rob says, okay, wait, we got more comments here. We're just gonna keep Royals and above. Big Rob, okay, it's Big Rob again. How about let's just go all the way to the top.
Okay, let me be the first to say agnostic.
Nope. Okay, let's see. How about this one?
Derek
F says,
yes, you should do one. In fact, it should include putting child support in a trust and it be 50-50 on it, going in and only used for the child, not for the housing, etc. Yeah, I agree.
That's really smart.
Like, because
that's really smart.
it's the kids that gets the most, like, they can get neglected after a divorce. Like, kind of similar in our situation, to where if it's not because of us, then they won't be financially protected, and that's sad. They should not worry about their future, and then they should have a start, like, to where they won't worry about having a car,
it's not right if only one of the biological
and going
parents,
to college.
It's not right if
they want to
if
go to
only
school.
one of the biological parents is taking care of the kids.
Yeah,
that's not right.
And
in the U.S. you can't get away with that. So.
Okay, next. Philippines all said, better still, don't get married. It's a 50-50 crapshoot. Yes. Shout out to JLB. Anyway, he's got a YouTube channel too.
Yeah, check him out. Check out JLB. He's the man.
My sister moved near you guys. Oh, really?
Okay, let's keep it to prenup here.
My husband and I, island girl.
He said, okay, wait. This is the person who said they didn't have a prenup. They said, my husband and I, till death do us part.
And I didn't get one, till death do us part.
That's good. Good for you
guys.
That's
great.
Good for you guys. See, we're not judging.
Big Rob. I thought most Philippine women don't believe in divorces. I mean, that's not what we believe in, but
quite a few that got divorced. Just to,
after, yeah, that's not how marriage is there. But it's not really in your control.
Yeah, there in the Philippines, it's illegal. I mean, not illegal. It's not. You cannot get a divorce like this. Right? You just can't get one.
Like, even if as a
but here
Filipino
you can. So
woman,
we know Filipinos who got a divorce. They,
like, many of them do not want a divorce, baby. But it's like, what if it's just not working? Like,
that's why you get a divorce.
You can't stay in that relationship.
Yeah, I have a feeling that if it was legal in the Philippines, it would be no different. They would get a divorce. Why would you stay with somebody who's with another person, has another kid, that person is not supporting you at all? Why would you stay in that situation? Eric says, Sagas says, I have to chime in on this one. I did one after a very contentious divorce and remarried in the same year. Divorce took 3 years, 3 rental properties, and $80K cash to be complete.
Yes.
No way again. Yeah. See? And there you go. Like, when you go through that kind of stuff, yeah, I can't blame you for having one, because it's not fair here. It's not fair for the person who makes money. People say, "Oh, it's not fair for the guy." That's true, but it's not fair for the person who makes the money. The person who is actually supporting everybody is the person who can get screwed.
Yeah.
Big Rob says, "Screw prenup. Now I was dating and married an American woman here. Oh yeah, that is a must here." Huh. Ray says, "There's no divorce in the Philippines. You don't need a prenup." Yeah, so we're mostly talking about in the U.S. Sagas says, "Love means nothing, folks, after the government gets involved." That's so true. They don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about your kids. They don't care. I mean, they care as much as they have to care. Like, they do what's by law, what's required, but they don't know the whole situation, And so to sit there and tell a lawyer like what's going on, they don't know you, know. They're there to take your money.
That's it.
That's it. Read the law, see your situation, take your money. Okay, this is what we can do.
This is how much.
Right? I know, because I just went through it. My ex vowed never to do what she did.
Right.
Mine did too.
Right,
Don't
and then
ever believe
turns
it.
out, that's what's gonna happen. I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, over and over again, by the way. No, I'll never do that. Boom, happened. Okay. Just call me Ish, bro.
No,
okay, Ish says,
No, that's not.
Okay.
Big Rob said, "I will say you came in this with nothing, and nothing you shall leave out. I will have it written like that. with a lawyer present, and it will be all recorded.
Lawyer.
With a lawyer
I think
present.
he's talking about if he gets married.
And it will be all recorded in video.
I'm telling you, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, you need a
you
need a proof.
You have to have evident, written, everything. Any kind of proof you can get.
But signature, like that's how it works. Those are YouTube.
Charlie Sullivan says, "Happy New Year to everybody," and Yuri and Bruce. What's up?
Big Rob said, "When I marry my Filipina, I won't bother." Instigator said, "I won't get one either, Big Rob." Yes, a prenup, it's a must, Mr. Mike T-Man. Only get a prenup, Big Rob, when you marry these women in America. Mr. Mike T-Man, marriage is a contract. Contracts are broken all the time. Yeah. I agree.
That's true. I can't argue with that. Ish says, if you're rich and you're living in the U.S., hell yes. Yeah, you definitely have. You got to get one. Like, it's not even... Did you hear that story about Johnny Depp and his ex-wife? Amber Heard
for 2 years or less.
They were married for 2 years, and now she's got how many? How many millions did she get?
$7 million.
$7 million after being married for 2 years. That's ridiculous.
It was actually less than that.
She's already an accomplished actress. I don't know why she needs $7 million off of him. Strange to me.
Yeah.
It's really strange, and it makes no sense.
Knowing that it's Johnny Depp has like way more than. Had now.
Yeah, had.
It's now a had.
Yeah, I mean he can make it all back, but wow, that's gotta hurt. And then he got blamed.
Foreign women actually get marriage. Markel said, "Yes, sir, do it. You have kids. That's not hers. Yeah, like you need to do it to protect your kids. Like bottom line is, they get affected by it because in front of the judge." They decide, they don't really, like based on, what happened to yours, it didn't really include the kids.
Instigator says, my fiance told me that she's stuck with me for life and she doesn't believe in divorce. Big Rob said, okay, he's talking to Instigator. And Big Rob says, mine said the same thing. Tony says an LLC. Yeah, we might do that in the future.
Derek said, I'm pro prenup because of my retirement and the LLC I'm getting next year. Yeah.
Can't argue with that. That makes sense.
Big Rob, I'd rather be stuck and happy than be stuck and losing my mind.
Okay. Looking for more prenup comments, guys. Kind of scrolling through here.
Dominic said, if you are rich or a business owner prior, maybe start off with a prenup. Later,
relook at things.
Relook at things.
So true.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Because, if you, once you get married and then you already had a prenup and then you want to stay with a person anyway for, until you die. So you could always just eliminate the prenup.
Derek says, I say prenup and then a will for when you die. Let me see. Okay. I'm just kind of going through, guys. Going through all of the scrambled eggs with pepper says U.S. alimony law pretty much says if a man leaves the home first, then he is automatically liable to pay the taxes to his ex-wife. Pay the alimony to the ex-wife. It depends on the state. Each state has a slightly different laws for what happens with alimony, or how they call it, spousal support. Different from state to state. Yeah. The Wallace Life says, I think it depends on your state. Yeah. Yep. I agree. Eye on You News, how you doing? IQ Patch says,
Hi, Eye on You News.
He says, I wish I was in the Philippines right now.
Instagator said this video will be deleted. Lol.
Who said that?
We're editing it for sure, so you won't see it. It's gonna be turned off for review.
Andy says, wow, Yuri looks thinner and thinner.
Yes, that's my New Year's resolution. Like, I wanna be... Actually didn't lose much, but just actively going to the gym. Bruce, what have you learned about Yuri after asking for that partnership agreement?
What have I learned? Don't know what you mean.
Speaking of, no, this is the video when we did that. We need to like finalize it so that way, you know, we can have a formal agreement.
I mean, I learned pretty much nothing. I mean, it's nothing new. I mean, we both have had some really hard times. You know what I mean? Like, some people have life easy, man. Neither one of us have had any kind of easy road on anything we did. So it's been hard for us to trust each other. So she assumed that a post-nuptial agreement means we're breaking up, right? So then she needs to go get her own car and own job so that when it happens, she can be ready. So, and I'm like, wow, man.
Well, financially,
that's not what I'm talking about.
You know, like.
And number one, number two, what I'm doing is actually protecting you. You know, and you're like I said in the video, if you watched it, this is the only person I trust. There's two people, my mom and her. That's it. That's all I got. You know, my kids, they're kids, right? They're kids. They're gonna rely on me to have their life. I really don't have. There's no one else I trust. So basically, the partnership agreement is about sustaining what we have and protecting her. I mean, she's become an asset in my life, in my kid's life. So why wouldn't I want to keep that? Why wouldn't I want to retain that legally? So I don't know. That's kind of what came out of that. Steve says it should come with some time limit. Things don't work, just in case things don't work out. But if it's a long-term marriage, she shouldn't leave empty-handed. I agree. You know, honestly, I don't have a problem with, especially if the spouse has been like there. You know, like they watched the kids while you went out and had a career and stuff. I understand that. I get it. Like if you guys were a partnership, right? You guys had the same household, and then one person like they didn't get a job, don't have a career, they postpone all that so they could stay home, take care of the kids, and then the other person's out working, so they're still marketable. So when you guys part ways, this person has no marketable skills. That's what alimony was supposed to be for. So until they get on their feet or whatever. And honestly, I really don't have I don't have a problem with it. My situation was a little bit different because I've been holding up 80% of everything, right? 80% of everything, and the other person had ample time to do everything I did. And now it's been 4 years that they can get on their own 2 feet and do their own thing, and they haven't. So still paying. So yeah, but I don't disagree with it. I get it, you know. And if we did break up, I wouldn't leave Yuri with nothing. I mean, I'm the one who endorsed you to not get a job, not get a career, so we can build this stuff. Why would I be like, all this stuff that we?
That's
Yuri
what I was
Bruce's
thinking. Cause
all my stuff. You would really think I would do that?
No, I was just thinking, oh my gosh, my husband just asked me to quit my job, so that I could help him.
Help me? Why do you
building with the courses and the channels.
Help us.
Yeah. I mean,
wow,
us.
I'm
No. I mean us, so that I could focus on what we're doing together. So when you said that, I'm like, wait, what if we we break up later, and I don't have a car because we both decided that, my husband works from home, and it's just not a second car is not needed.
Like here,
But I was like, I have nothing.
My situation is unique in some ways. I really do okay, you know. I really do okay. I don't really have to. I don't have to worry, about a career or anything. I'm doing good, guys. So I was okay with even my ex. I was really okay helping her. Really, I was. Not under the circumstances, like she's starting to ask for too much. Like she's getting greedy, right? But I mean, basically, I walked away from the house so that the kids could stay there, right? So that's all the equity gone. Like I was gonna be like, walk away. I wasn't going to. I did. I walked away from everything and left it with her. With the stipulation that she has to stay there with the kids, so the kids can stay in their school district, with the friends that they have, and grow up like stability, right? So what does she do? Moves out of the house, leaves me with the mortgage, and then continues to collect the same amount I was giving her, right? That wasn't part of our deal. What I'm getting at is I would not leave her on the streets, right? And that was with somebody who we are not friends. Like me and that other person are not friends.
We're gonna have to edit it and turn it up.
But what I'm saying is I'm not that kind of person who's gonna sit there and put you on the streets. That's not me, man. That might be some other people I know, but that's not me. Like we came in this together. We built the stuff that we did, this channel, the other stuff we do it together. And I wouldn't ask you to abandon your career and then we break up and you're like, she doesn't have a car, too bad for you. No, that's not me. That's not me. It's never how I've been, ever. Even with somebody I don't like. I just don't feel it's right. And I'm okay. I'm doing okay. Me and the kids doing okay,
Yeah.
So everything we built together, I feel like it's ours, If that's a change, the stuff we built together is still ours. It's not going to change with me. So, it's not like I tried to be enemies with that person. Like, I was trying to be cool, but, the more I try to do that, the more backfired.
Andy said, God bless you guys. Good luck in your relationship. You too, Andy. Good luck in
Thanks,
your
man.
Relationship.
Take care. Tom from Canada says, I guess if you're rich, prenup is necessary, but if you are poor as a church mouse, then it doesn't make sense. Derek says, I still say that if you have children, money should go to a trust. Yeah, that sounds right.
That's how it should be.
It should go to a trust and only come out for the children and not for housing and personal expenses when the children are 21. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah, they should have.
Makes a lot of sense.
Kids should have, security for their future.
I see what you're saying there. You're saying you put the money away so that neither one of you, the money is coming out of that and not being used for other things, which is normally what happens. Derek says, if you do, it will make sure that you're registered with the state. My grandfather's second wife screwed up out of everything. I think he means screwed him out of everything. Broly Khan says, say the same thing with child support. It was designed to help the children when the mom couldn't find a job. Now it's being abused.
Yeah, but now it's like the parents are using the child support.
Like Black China and Rob Kardashian.
Now it's the mom that's
who's just having
benefiting
kids, finding a rich young guy, hooking up with him, having a kid with him, and then taking child support, $20,000 a month. That's what she's doing, and she's on her second guy, so she's a baller.
Now it's like has become a business for women to use the kids.
Sad. Instigator says Yuri, he is all about the cash flow. You have an amazing partner for him to grow. He needs someone he can trust and bless. Yeah, exactly. This guy gets it. Read that. This guy gets it right here. I need somebody I can trust.
Yeah.
That's so hard to find, right?
We know that we're not gonna screw each other, you know?
I mean, you can just I can look at Yuri's history and see how she's treated people who were bad, right? There's several people in her life that I've seen that treated her bad and she was still good to them, right? All the way up to the last minute until I was like, Yuri, snap out of it. Please don't. Please, you gotta change. These people are not gonna change. They're gonna keep doing this to you. Please stop. Stop being nice. Don't be nice anymore. Look at what they're doing. See what they did? They did this. I'm talking stealing stuff. I'm talking destroying your life, lying behind your back, trying to mess up your visa. I'm talking about everything, right? People have done this, and she's still nice. I know that pattern is with her, right? And it's the same thing with me. I'm not gonna turn. Look at what I've done. Like, I tried to help her, that other person that I'm not gonna name. She who must not be named. I tried to help. I went out of my after all the stuff after the divorce that happened, like tons of other stuff that happened that I've not talked about, that only Yuri knows about, and I was still good until the last minute, until I got taken back to court, and then now the gloves have to come off. So, Sagas says,
thank
Mr.
you,
Worldwide
instigator,
says,
anyway.
Yuri with the new hair color. Yep, I like it.
You like my black hair. Anyway,
I prefer the black hair. Yes.
That's just highlights. That's not just.
Saga says if you're poor and pick a lottery ticket up off the ground and you buy and you win, it can spell trouble for you. You need to protect yourself and her. Ada and Pano says absolutely. I agree with Bruce 100%.
Yeah, you're right, instigator. Like, you know, for me, it's like I've only been married to my husband for a few years, and we have done so much together than by myself. Like, so for me, that's really the most special thing, is that we're able to. Like, even this YouTube, I would not have done it if my husband didn't encourage me, and other things that we have done together. And it's like, because it's like it changed my life so much and helped me improve, like, and focus on things that are for us. And for, you know, that for us, and in return, that could also help other people. And that it's very, like, I did not expect that I would be able to do so many things in just a few years.
Yeah.
So,
I agree.
Love you, baby.
Love you back. Morris Del Caribe says, that's incredible, guys. Can't wait till my partner is here. Have a person in my life I can trust. Yeah, man, that's something this right here is something I've never had before. It's something really special. So it's so good to have somebody who, I mean, I feel like I've been really good, you know, like I've bent over backwards for people, and I just don't feel like that's been returned most of the time, you know. I don't feel until now. And it's so awesome to have somebody like that on your team that's willing to put in as much or more than you are. And then what happens, especially if you're doing business, you're making products, you're doing services, you're talking about things that you can do, or real estate or whatever, and you're buying houses in Dominican Republic or something. You have a partner that's keeping it down for you, man. Sky's the limit. Because every year, like Yuri said, every year something amazing has happened for us because we're willing to take risks. We trust each other. You know, we don't. She picks up my slack where I'm weak, she's strong, and vice versa. We just have each other's back, and that's amazing, right? So, us personally don't need a prenuptial agreement. Partnership agreement, yes, and the only reason why is because I want the assets to continue to help her. right? Because if I pass away, the only person my kids can rely on is her. Now that may tell you a little bit something about my life, but I mean my mom too. But yeah, the only person that my kids can rely on is her, and that should tell you a lot, you know. All right, let me see who's...
Simplify said, I've noticed a majority of Filipinas I've talked to and know are far better than 90% of westernized women. Feminism has ruined many good women. It's like, I would say, I think it just depends on the values of the person too. Like how they... It's like what they believe in, you know? Like, because I think each individual has their own, like, decision. It's not like, I can't say that, you know, feminism is rubbing off of them.
I don't think it's feminism that's bad. It's just there's an extremist part of it that, just like every organization or group, right? You know, us black folks, we have extremists. White folks have extremists. America,
Black folks, you're right.
America has extremists, right? Every group has... Feminists have extremists, and they have the loudest voice.
Vegans have extremists.
Vegans have extremists. It's just that I don't think feminism personally is bad, and I know people are going to be like, what are you talking about, Bruce? You're so weak, Bruce. What are you talking about? No, look, I don't think it's bad. I mean, it's like you're talking about women's rights, right? Women weren't allowed to vote until, what, 1950? Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous, right? So it has a place. There's an extremist part of it that has a very loud voice. You know, that's you know, not... It's crazy, you know, for lack of a better word. It's crazy. But that's just like every other extremist portion of our communities. So, Algie says, Yuri, when a brother trusts you in that way, trust his mama. It's not going to let you go. Instigator says, both of you are blessed.
No, we haven't read Amoris. That's
okay.
Incredible, guys. Can't wait till my partner is here.
I already read that one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this one I haven't read though.
I met another girl from the Philippines, but she has one child. Said her last husband left her for someone else. Should I be worried about that? No, it's so common.
It's a pretty common story.
But she's gonna have to get an annulment. An annulment takes 1 year or more.
And it takes like
to finish
5 G's.
Yes.
No joke, man. Make sure it's real before you participate.
That's a lot of investment on top of bringing her here.
And money and emotions. Like, just make sure it's real, man. I would give it time to... I would meet her in person. I would meet the kids. I would see what the dynamic is with the kids. I would make sure... I would give it time. I would give it like a year or two before you guys go, you know. And I'm talking about you live with her for some time, you meet the kids, you see what the dynamic is with what's going on with them, and all that stuff is gonna come into play. So, and then and only then, when you finally understand the dynamics of her situation with her ex and the kids and everything, then you're gonna have to spend like $5,000 to break up for her to divorce and get an annulment, not divorce, an annulment with her husband, right? And then it's gonna take like 2 years. It's a huge investment, man. So just make sure it's what you really want. What you really want. Because make sure it's what she really wants too. Because a lot of Filipinas who are already married, like, they have a hard time letting go of their exes, man. That's another thing.
It's because you want it to work, but if he already left
and already has kids with another person, then yeah, maybe
it's over.
Instigator says the both of you are blessed, and she is lucky to have someone who cares enough to think about her future and and blessed to have someone special to share the journey in life. Man, yes, exactly.
And you are blessed.
I'm definitely blessed, man. It's been a long road, so I'm really glad that I'm in this part of my life. You know what I mean? Seems like life goes in phases, and I'm in a really good phase in my life. I feel comfortable. I feel good. You know, when I was earlier in my life, like younger, I felt good, but there was always this disaster looming over me, and I was like struggling, ice skating uphill all the time. Now I feel like I'm making some progress. I'm walking on a regular road now. You know,
and then
sometimes
you're still going up.
Right, and I'm going up. I'm going up, and I'm making progress. It felt like before I was ice skating uphill as fast as I could. I was just like going up the hill and then sliding back down. You know, no matter how fast and no matter how hard I worked, it was like filling up a bucket with holes in it. It was like I was pouring water in as fast as I could, and the water was just leaking out. That was my previous relationship. Algie says, okay, I already got that one.
Thank you, Algie, for your
let me see.
For the response.
All right, we're gonna just open it up to anything, guys. You guys can ask or
okay now.
Anything you want is now open. We're gonna open the floor up for anything you want to talk about before we end this. Happy New Year to everybody. Should we do like a New Year's episode? What we talk?
I was thinking we were supposed to
do Christmas.
Okay, anyway, let's.
We kind of did a Christmas one, but it was I don't know. It wasn't that good. It was just like we turned that camera on for a little bit. But this time, I think we should for sure do it. Just to say Happy New Year's. What do you think? Just to say Happy New Year's, right?
Yeah, I mean, we were supposed to go, but... Hi, Marianne! I haven't been commenting. I'm kind of scared after the viral. I'm scared to comment in your videos because I don't want people to, come back and, start hating on me and you.
Yeah, I kind of stopped.
And assume that we are, connected, and they might, hate you too and attack you. So... I watch your videos, but I didn't comment. I'm sorry. I just did thumbs up.
I used to be so aggressive on commenting on Filipino videos.
I just don't want
to support them and put them out there. But now I'm like, well,
I just don't want other bloggers
if I put
to
it
be
out
hated.
there, if I put it out there now, they might think, oh, they're connected with Yuri and Bruce, and I hate them too. Then I don't want that to happen, so I just stopped.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna get out of it.
I'm sorry, sis. Yeah.
Let me see.
Wala ako nag-comment.
Derek says...
Pero nitanaw gyapon ko sa mong videos.
Who won the toilet seat fight in every relationship? What?
What? We have 3 toilets at home, so...
We got more than enough. She's talking about who, leaving the seat up. Yuri never complains about the toilet seat being up or down. That's like a thing here.
Is that a thing?
That's a thing here, yeah. It's a joke kind of thing. Let me see.
Anyway, follow Marianne Reality TV, guys. She's a Filipina vlogger, and she has her content is actually not controversial, more comedy. It's funny.
Yeah. She's a serious YouTuber.
Yes.
Scrambled Eggs with Pepper says the judge is basically gonna estimate how much profit and assets were accumulated between 1 and 10 year period by both husband and wife, and then divide it by 2. Now it depends on the situation and the state, man. I just went through this. It really depends on the state. In Colorado, it's they have a matrix here of how they divide the income. Not necessarily the property's different, but it depends on what happened with the property and stuff. But as far as income, it depends on how many years you were together. But it's up to 50%. No more than 50%, but it depends. Like if it's only 3 years, I think I want to say it's 10%. It's not much per month. So every country, every state is different. So.
Have you read Saga's comment?
Yeah, Saga says
not
in Illinois.
She has those multiple income streams and works with me on the current rentals.
rentals.
That's great.
She's actually
Wow.
just
So you have
really
similar situation to my friend that I met through our K1 videos, and like her husband also got a divorce, and he had like 20 property or something, 16 properties
straight baller.
before the divorce, and after the divorce split in half now, but basically 90% of the work was his, but because of the divorce now he's back to like 8 properties or something, or like it was.
It depends on the state, and I think they're like Texas or something. Like here, it's different. Like they split it based off of a matrix.
Yeah. So isn't that the same thing that what would have happened to somebody from here or worse?
Colorado?
Yeah.
No. It's based off of. It depends on how many years you're married. So if you're only married a few years, then it's not that bad.
Yeah, it was.
If you're
married
married
for a long
20
time,
years, then yeah, it's gonna be at least 50%. Marianne Reality TV says, haha, why scared? I don't give a F.
To them, who
That's
cares?
See, that's Marianne TV right there. You guys gotta subscribe to some Marianne TV. That's
Yes. Yeah, I just didn't wanna what if they see me commenting and then they're like, oh, so you guys are friends? Because that's how people are, and then they'd be jumping all over you. So I'm like, I don't wanna disrupt your hustle because you've been growing your channel like aggressively.
This is a good one right here. She says, Yuri, make a video about how to apply for citizenship.
Yeah, that should be our topic next.
I thought you already did that. We started doing.
Yeah, but not the beginning. I did the biometrics, but not the.
Nah, you did one on our other channel. Marianne, check out our other channel.
Yeah, but I need to do kind of like
we have one
from the beginning, like how to apply,
She's close.
What
day is
the
it?
Requirements?
When are they gonna process it? It's like a few.
I have 1 year waiting period.
Less than that.
Yeah, it's probably less than that because it was 16 months before. Now it's down to 12 months.
I thought it was less than.
So, baby, can you explain to me the toilet thing?
Oh, it's just whether how when you guys leave the seat up because your pee standing up.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
Thanks a lot, Derek.
But I'm like, slam the toilet seat. Like, this is the least.
Because when you come in, you sit on the regular.
Yeah.
All right.
But I'm like, I just don't. I mean, I get annoyed.
You've never said that to me.
I just slam it because I'm like, I need to use it. I'm like, this is the least of my concern.
So I should probably just go ahead and.
Nah, it's not a big deal, baby. I mean,
Filipina, boom. She doesn't care about that, but
it's not a big deal because I'm like, we have so many things that we're doing that I can't sweat you for a toilet cover or the toilet seat.
Well, we got Walter Williams who hasn't said a word.
I hear you that you need a special permit to bring a drone to the Philippines. Oh.
I've heard that, but we know this guy named Nomadic in the Philippines. He has a drone there, and he hasn't had any problems. He flies his drone there. He actually, I think he does contracts with certain people to do commercials for them and stuff. He's like an editor from Canada. If you check him out, it's called Nomadic in the Philippines. I don't know if he ever changed his name of his channel, but he does really good videos because he's actually a editor. So he's brought his drone. I believe he has a same thing, Mavic Pro, and he brought it to the Philippines, no permit, no nothing. Then he flies it around and stuff. I think you gotta be careful. You probably don't want to go to Metro Manila and fly it over.
Nah, you can't. I don't think you can do that in there, baby.
You can't. It's illegal.
Probably in the provincial
I think
area.
it's illegal. I think you have to have.
I'm sure.
Okay, by law, you're supposed to have a permit. Correct me if I'm wrong. Who would know this? Somebody on this channel would know this. Arthur Carlson might know this. Arthur Carlson has a drone channel called Art Code Drones. But I believe that you had to have a license. You got to be a licensed flyer in their country or something, which costs. It's not cheap, or maybe it is. I don't know. But you have to have a license and a permit to fly and then like permission and all that stuff. But this other guy we know, reality
nomadic in the Philippines.
He didn't have any of that, and he's flying all over the place.
Are you sure he doesn't have a registration?
Cess in the City also doesn't have one. They flew their drone.
You sure Nomadic don't have a registration?
Yes, I'm sure, because I contacted him about it. Because he made a video. You can go back and see my comment to him. He made a video while he's going to fly there. And I said, hey, man, like, I'm thinking about doing the same thing. I thought you had to have a permit and stuff. And he's like, no, I'm not bringing no permit. And he's doing it. I don't recommend that. But
he was flying it in the, like, you know, areas where there were nobody.
There's nobody there, yeah.
So.
True. That's true. Good point. Good point, Yuri.
Scrambled eggs with pepper. I like that name. The prenuptial agreement can have significant bearing on the judge ruling. What does it mean?
It means the judge will take into account the prenuptial agreement.
I mean,
I didn't know that.
Why would they, like, they should...
for good or bad? Does it depend?
I mean, isn't a prenuptial already an agreement between two people that is already valid, and the judge cannot...
I would think that's between
cannot change it?
You and the judge. I mean, you and the person that you're doing the agreement with, I would think. But anyway, Instigator says, I would like for you guys to do a video on what to do when you arrive to the States from marriage, etc., so that, you know, I think we've done a couple of those.
Hold on, let me make a list of this.
Yeah, Instigator, if you look up some of our older videos that go back 2 years, you can, go to YouTube and search.
We have it in Filipino women too.
You can search for Yuri Bruce and search for adjustment of status. That's what it's called. Search for adjustment status, and then another one is I-485. Now you might want to do it soon because we're probably going to take those videos down. We're going to do more comprehensive stuff on it and take those all down. But
those are old too.
They're pretty old. But yeah, that we've already done those videos. So there you go. Saga says,
but we're gonna...
Any update on the visa
We're
process?
Actually, Instigator, we're actually adding videos in the visaapproved.thinkific.com. And you have access on it, right? And we're gonna add some green card videos for that course by February 2019.
Saga says, any updates to the visa process? The government is shut down, so that might affect the current processing of certain visas. But other than that, the price is pretty much the same. You're pretty much doing the same things. There's a couple countries, new countries that have been added to the ban list, but it's not the Philippines. I want to say Yemen is one of them or something. I don't know. But those are the only changes I can think of that might affect certain people.
Anyway, for Mary Ann Reality says you can actually apply for citizenship online. Just type N400 and
what are the
go to the website.
What are the requirements for her? She has to have been married 3 years, right?
Yeah, you have to be married 3 years before you can apply for U.S. citizenship. And then also you need to create an account in the government website first before you start your application, and you can do it all online, and then they ask the same requirements as the 10-year green card, such as proof of your marriage and photos.
eBay says, are y'all still planning on moving overseas to the Philippines? No, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a base of operation here in the U.S. Hopefully, we do plan on doing things overseas. We do already have properties in the Philippines, but what we want to do is expand out to other places. Like we're thinking about maybe Thailand. We're gonna check out Indonesia, but I don't know if that's gonna be a place that we stay a long time. We want to try Dominican Republic, right? Maybe Colombia, somewhere South America is what we want to try.
Yeah.
But we never plan on staying in the Philippines. We'll go back
not
and visit.
to live.
Yeah, not to
visit.
live. Yeah.
Visit only, but not in 2019. And then
It'll be a
1-3
while.
said, "What's up, team? Hi, 1-3.
What's up?
We're ready for the countdown tonight."
Countdown tonight. What
Where are you? Because in the U.S. it's only on the 31st.
mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
I would like for you guys to do a bit. Oh, I already answered that. Okay. Oh, on your first, Steve Fortenberry, on your first visit to see your Filipina girlfriend, what is the best way to balance time with her and the time with family? For me, I think you should just spend time with her first during your first visit.
Make sure you guys have good chemistry first, Steve.
Like, you know,
that's so important, man.
if
That's
you're
so
going
because like you guys want to establish your relationship before she introduces you to family, and then and vice versa. You know, like you guys have to feel each other out first. We know it's like a lot of people rush into it, and you can do whatever you want, Steve. Like I'm not trying to tell you how to run your life or anything, but it just seems like from the outside looking in, and having experienced it ourselves with family's influence on things, you guys want to have your own
without them
thing
first.
going first. You know what I mean? Like fill out who she is, and let her fill out who you are, and then see where you guys want to go as a couple. What's your goals?
Because you remember somebody who already broke up. He was also visiting her with her family around.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. We had some controversy about this. They got really mad.
Yeah.
People were really mad about that video. Man, we
what?
Really pissed people off. So I did a video about it, and I asked his permission. So what happened was he got on Visa Approved, and he was saying, I can't believe my Filipinas family is asking me for this money and that money, and I can't believe he put all this on Visa Approved, and people on Visa Approved were really mad because it has nothing to do with Visa Approved. Number one.
Yeah.
Number two, some things he was saying were kind of out there, and so we did a video about it. And
no, that's not even what I'm talking about.
Okay, let me explain mine, and then you explain yours.
Okay. Explain.
So I did a video about it, and I read his comment. I got his permission first. I don't put people on blast like that. So I got his permission first. I said, hey man, is it okay if I talk about this on my channel? I won't mention your name. And he said, yeah, sure. You know, and I put it on the channel, and people were like bashing him, and then some people were bashing the Filipina, but it was like controversial where some people were going this way or going that way. And then he actually appeared on our live and was saying, like, I don't know if he appeared on the live or put something in the comment.
Which one is it? You mean, is it okay to send money to Filipinas?
No, this is a guy
relatives?
who he literally met the family. He went there, met the family, and then the family, the Filipina family, was asking him for money because they were driving him around. They were like picking him up at the airport, and then they said, hey, could you give me
the same story.
Money for gas? And I was like, what's wrong with that? Shouldn't you give money, gas? And then people were asking my opinion. I said, if it was me, they wouldn't have to ask me for nothing. I'd pay for their food and gas. I'd pay for lodging. They would have to tell me to stop paying them money, right? That's how I do it. But also, I would talk to my fiance about that first. I would be like, hey, what's the deal? Is it okay if I pay your uncle to pick me up from the airport? Okay, how much? Boom, right? Is it okay if I take everybody out for dinner? Is that cool? You know, boom. You know, that's what I would do. I would have a relationship with her first. But this guy, and I'm talking bad about him. He found another Filipina or whatever. They broke up because it was kind of ridiculous. I don't think they were talking. That was the main problem, is that he wasn't talking to his girl.
And the family is now inserted.
Exactly. And the family.
And they haven't even known each other yet.
Right. And then the family was asking him directly for money and stuff, and that's not cool. You know, that right there is not cool.
And it's like, how do you expect? Because they haven't known each other yet. Like, why would she defend, her guy if, basically now the guy is.
He has a bad.
There's no attachment.
Right, and he ends up having a bad. The thing is, what's sad about the whole thing is it could have worked out, right? If they had had a good enough relationship to talk amongst each other about what money is gonna go where, Like that's what Yuri and I did. Like we had a established relationship before I met anyone else, right? And everybody has their, you know, her side of the family saying stuff about me because of whatever, and then my side of the family is saying stuff. And like, you guys have nothing to do with our relationship. We're gonna establish our relationship first, and then you guys can have your input. But we already know each other
later.
Right. So it's just, number one, get to know her first is what I would say.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of horror stories with families on both sides. Sometimes the Americans will be like, "Oh, she's a Filipina. Oh no, you haven't you heard like what they do? Blah blah blah."
Scams and all of that.
And so you're gonna get people in your ear about your Filipina, right? From your side of the family, and then the other side is the Filipinas family might say something about foreigners, and I don't really trust this guy, and like what's going on, and you guys need to. Bottom line is establish your relationship first, meet her first. And then bring them.
Because you need to get to know her,
yes.
and she needs to get to know you, in order to make it work without without distraction from other people.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, yes, it's actually a big deal there for parents and family that they want to meet the guy, especially if they're a foreigner, because they want to make sure that
everything's good.
Their loved one, their siblings or their
protected,
daughter
right?
is protected and won't be, you know, abused by this foreigner.
Right.
So they wanna meet the guy first, but
if you guys only have an established relationship, it's a girlfriend, boyfriend, you guys gotta get to know each other
you just met
first, right?
and you've only been talking for a few months.
Yeah, I mean, it's different if you guys known each other if you guys been in a relationship for 2-3 years. Okay, that's different, you know? Like, yeah, it's about time you go meet her, parent her friends. And then if that's the case, then that's between you guys, how much time you spend between family and her. Like, that's...
And maybe for her, it's very important, too, for you to meet her family, because her family has